What is good? It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be going over our top 10 small forwards in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM today. Now, I do want to say, guys, the small forward position is one that I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, it's okay. It's just not necessarily, I think it's pretty top heavy, okay? I think it's that simple. Not to say there's not any budget small forwards, because there are. But when I look at my list, I mean, the top two are head and shoulders above anyone else at the small forward position. Now, also important to note, guys, Victor Wembanyama, when he does come out, he probably will be a small forward. If I had to guess, might be power forward center, but I think they'll give him small forward eligibility. And I do think he'll take over as being that best small forward in the game. So again, just something to kind of keep in the back of your minds and think about. Not anything that's super important now, but down the road probably will be. Now, as we dive into number 10, guys, if you are new to the channel, man, make sure to smash that subscribe button. We're on the road towards 120,000 subscribers. Maybe the best budget guy on this list is the hero Thurl Bailey. Now, why am I even hyping him up as a budget card? What is this all about? Well, since the hero super packs came out, Thurl Bailey is dirt cheap. I think right now he's what, 4,000 MT, maybe even 3,000 MT for a guy at 6'11" with 57 base Hall of Fame. Now, you guys might be like, okay, well, what are the downsides of Thurl? And what if I told you there really aren't any downsides, okay? Because all around the card is absolutely incredible. Has every badge you could possibly want. Tendencies aren't great. Release Tobias Harris base on very quick. Jetty upper. Again, to release, I feel like if you use a lot, you'll get comfortable with. Obviously, you know, the first couple of times you shoot with him, you're going to be like, whoa, this is kind of weird. But overall, I do think it's fine. Wall size of escape, Dave moving behind the back. Donovan Mitchell leaner. That's the one thing that it does kind of hold me back a little bit. It's not even that the Donovan Mitchell leaner is bad. It's just, it's a little bit, it's weird when everybody else has the normal leaner and Thurl doesn't. But remember, he's 6'11", he's 4,000 MT, and he can compete at the highest level. That's as much as you need for Thurl Bailey. If you need a budget small forward in my team, look no further than Thurl Bailey. I mean, it honestly is that simple, that easy. I've used this card on my No Money Spent, even on my Xbox account for quite some time, and I really do love Thurl Bailey and what he provides for me. At number 9, a little bit smaller, is Andre Kirilenko. Now, just because he's smaller doesn't mean he's not good. Like, AK-47 is absolutely elite. The problem is not as many base badges, and again, he is just that little undersized. I don't have a problem with AK if you want to, you know, have him on the court, but if you have AK on the court, what I would say is you need a shooting guard like a Big Z, like a KG, somebody that can guard like the Bol Bols of the world. Because if AK gets matched up against Bol Bol, or even X switched against the Manu, a Yao, it's over with. AK cannot guard those type of guys, but he has a great release, great tendencies. The only thing is he is that little bit undersized. Doesn't have the ass to slide, good dribble six. I hope eventually we get like a point guard AK. I know we've had out of positions AK in the past. He, right now, if he could play the point guard position, would probably be top 3. He really would. AK would be absolutely elite. This stage at the small forward position, he's at number 9. At number 8, we're going to plug in Mr. Jonathan Isaac, who everybody absolutely loves and adores. Now, my whole thing with Jonathan Isaac is I go back and forth. Like, yes, he is really good, but he is basically, right now at the time I'm recording, I'm looking up his price. He's what, 70,000 MT? Okay. So at the time I'm recording this, he is basically, compared to Thurl Bailey, what? I mean, 20 times as expensive, and that just doesn't sit right with me. I mean, I like Thurl Bailey. Thurl Bailey's good, but when we're coming down to it, like, Jonathan Isaac I do think is a little bit better. Is he worth that price, though? That's the thing I struggle with, because I don't think he is. And again, I'm not slandering Jonathan Isaac. I'm not saying Jonathan Isaac's bad, anything like that. I'm just saying I definitely struggle with seeing how Jonathan Isaac is that much more expensive than Thurl Bailey. The card's great. Good stats, good badges, good tendencies, good animations all the way around. Is he better than Thurl? Yes, but I think it's by such a slight margin that he is not worth his price. At number 7, we're plugging in the hero Tim Thomas. Look, I like him way better at shooting guard because he has good height for the shooting guard position. For his position, I mean, again, really good height. for the small forward position, just not quite as good. Now, again, if you're watching this wondering, Ty, where's Zion at? Zion doesn't make the list. And don't blame me, blame Zion's height. I like Zion. He's on the verge, right? You could have him over Thurl and AK. I just prefer those guys a little bit more because it's that simple. They are a little taller. Tim Thomas at number 7. I love Tim Thomas. I don't know how else to phrase it. Here's the big thing for TT, though. If you can green with the card, you're going to love him. If you don't green with the card, you're going to hate him. I don't want to break it down like that because that's not really a good way to break it down. But it really is that simple to understand. I mean, it really is. Again, if you can green with TT, you're going to love him because he's got Francis size of Ice to Slide, LaMelo base, and he can play defense. Again, defensively, going to be way better at the 2. So he doesn't have to guard like the Bol Bols and Big Z's of the world. But yes, I love Tim Thomas at number 7. At number 6, a guy I really didn't know where to plug in is Invincible Bron. Now, why do I like Invincible Bron more at the small forward than shooting guard? It's because he doesn't have to be your primary ball handler here. And I feel like if Bron doesn't have to be the primary ball handler, he's a lot better and a lot more efficient because he's got 99 everything. Corver base on very quick isn't the best release, but again, for small forwards, it's fine. And he's got good enough SIGs in here. Look, for Bron, why do I like him? He's probably still, if I want one guy to get a stop on, let's say like T-Mac, a Tim Thomas, Terry, I'm going to choose this LeBron James. I'm telling you, he is stop man in my team, going to get you every stop you need. Again, the problem is I wish his release was better. I'm just biased against the Corver base. It might just be a me thing, but again, I just do not love the Corver base in my team. I hate it when they initially gave it to Bron. And I hate it now. Like, it's just not needed for Bron. It is what it is. Wish his tendencies were a little bit better. Nonetheless, Bron is still good in my team. Let's say you spent, $40 getting him. He can still play for you. Just know he's not in my top 5 at the small forward position. And he was, 7 or 8 on the shooting guard list? Like, it's that simple. It's that easy. I'm sorry. LeBron James is down here at number 6. At number 5, out of position, Kevin Garnett. I love KG in my team. Absolutely love him. I don't really use him that much. Why? Because there's a guy that's, I don't even want to say similar to KG. A guy that's taller than KG that's way cheaper that I just do like more. Now, I'm not trying to give away all my sauce, but it is that simple, that easy. KG, 6'11", going to play good defense. I like him at the 3 because he's not necessarily the best on-ball defender. He's not bad on-ball. Not the best on-ball defender, but he's very switchable, right? He can guard the T-Max, the Tim Thomases. He can try to compete against the Yaos and Tacos and Manutes. Although, he's probably not going to get that many stops. That's just the problem with the game. The big ticket's really good, though. LaMelo base, very quick, normal leaner. Has the eyes to slide, just decent enough dribble 6 all the way around. The problem with him, and if you want to have a problem, is just the fact that, he can't really be your primary ball handler. But again, that's why we put him at the 3, so he can just knock down shots, play good defense, and just do what you need your small forward to do. At number 4, Jashudis Ilgauskas. This is the thing. I can't gas KG up when I simply put like Big Z more. Now again, I'm not trying to sit here and slander anybody because KG is good as in his own right, but I do think Big Z is more cheesy number 1 and better number 2. Big Z is a nightmare to play against in my team. And I like Big Z because he is starting, as time goes on, to just be that hybrid of always fitting the meta of my team. So, when you think about, Ty, what is the meta of my team right now? Think about it. It's height. Height literally runs the game. And you can say I'm gassing it, but that's just the facts of the situation. Right now in my team, it is ran by height. If you have Manute, if you have Yao, if you have Big Z, if you have all these guys, you're going to have a way better chance to win the game. And that's why Big Z is efficient and effective because, look, you don't even have to have, let's say, the best team in the game, but if you can get Big Z for 40K, he can match up decently against Yao. He can play Manute decent. And the thing is, with all the new coaches we've gotten, let's even go to the +6s that you guys have gotten. So let's go to a +6 coach that everybody has in Paul Westphal. If y'all have him, +6 to the speed, the perimeter goes up 6 as well. You give him a lateral quickness, speed, acceleration shoe, he's just fine. Apply a few badges to him. I like Big Z. Not going to be your primary ball handler. He has that cheesy Paul George size up, normal leaner. I love Big Z in my team. He plays on both my Xbox and PlayStation account and will play for the foreseeable future. At number 3, invincible Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now, why is Giannis better than Big Z? He's just a more agile overall card. Giannis one of the best on-ball defenders in the entire game, has every defensive attribute on Hall of Fame, great tendencies. The thing I don't like about Giannis is his release. I mean, it's not even that bad. Like, people will make it out to be Giannis's release is, like, borderline unusable. It's not unusable, okay? It's not unusable, but is it, the best release in the game? Is it something that, you're going to green every shot with? Maybe. It's just hard to get off a little bit. I like Giannis. He's just massively overpriced right now. It's that simple. It's that easy. And honestly, answer this. How much more is Giannis going to give you than Thurl Bailey? That's what you have to ask yourself if you're going to spend 800,000 MT on Giannis. Giannis, my third best small forward in my team. But again, don't think he is worth the price. Both Bol Bols I have over Bol Bol. So this Bol Bol probably a little bit cheaper. I have over Giannis still. This Bol Bol is the Bol Bol I got at number 2. This man is an absolute issue in my team. Now, I got to kind of clarify something with you guys. Is he going to be your best on-ball defender? No, you cannot expect this to put Bol Bol on ball and just expect him to be that great. No, that's not what he does. He's not supposed to be an on-ball defender. That's, again, just not his best thing. Now, does that mean he can't guard ball? No, you can switch him on ball and he'll probably be just fine. That's just not ultimately what he is going to be best at. I still love Bol Bol as an overall card and will never, ever slander this card. Release-wise, honestly, is not great. And again, you guys can say I'm slandering him. I'm not. His release is just, simply put, not the best in the game. But he's just an overall great small forward in my team. He can guard Yao. He can guard Manute. He can guard Taco. He can guard Bol Bol. He can guard my number 1 on this list with great effectiveness, great efficiency. And he gets you bailout buckets as well. That's why I like Bol Bol at number 2. And at number 1, Dark Matter Chet. Now, why is Chet Holmgren better than Bol Bol in my opinion? Well, let's break it down simply. He's just overall a little bit better in this small category. So, like, defensively, his stats are a little bit better. Although Bol Bol is a little taller, Chet's got an incredible player model, player build. Chet has the better release. I just think Chet is that has that slight edge over Bol Bol. Now, it's not a huge edge. It's not an edge that I'm like, wow, you guys gotta get Chet or lock in Chet. Because I think Chet is not worth the value. Even though, and hear me out, even though Chet does come in at number 1 here, I do not think he is worth the value of locking him in. Now, again, that's my opinion, and you guys can have your own opinions, but locking in all the MT is not something I would do for Chet. I do think he's the best small forward in the game, but locking in the MT for him is just not something I personally can get behind. Again, not me saying he's bad, not me saying that you can't get Chet and have fun with him. I just ultimately do not think he is worth that lock-in my team. Now, I gotta know your top 10 as small forwards in my team. Who did I miss out that you guys would have included? Would you guys have like a Scottie Pippen Melo on this list? What have you guys included KD? Let me know all that down below in the comments. It's hard because you only get 10 guys, and so I tried putting my personal top 10 in this list. Guys like Bill Russell narrowly missed out. Drop a like on the video, subscribe. You already do it as always, man. I love you guys, and have a blessed day.